Yo, this is a story about Natalie and Michael. What a cute little couple. Natalie was quiet, smart, good mother. Mike was a die-hard jock. They went to college, did everything the right way. As soon as they got out of college, they started their own business and they made lots of money. And they went on lots of spending sprees. They bought everything, new cars, new clothes, vacation homes, everything designer. But after a couple years, the cracks started to show. It all started when Natalie, who was the chairman of this baseball league, got investigated for fraud. A private detective found that there were 30 grand in fraud made with the baseball league's business. When asked about this, she always came up with an excuse. Either the government had setbacks. One time she said she had cancer. And then when they were almost out of money, they had an appointment at a bank. But they never made that appointment. They were homesick. Natalie told Michael's mom they had flu-like symptoms. When Michael's mom asked her to take him to the hospital, she said no, that he'd just feel better in the morning. Friends came over later that day and saw him in a coma-like state. A good friend who was also a nurse came over later that day. Her name was Stephanie. She said in his condition, he needs to go to the hospital right now. And only then did that worthless wife of his take him to the ER. At the ER, the doctor said he had swelling of the brain and low glucose. When questioned about this, Natalie said that he took insulin for his steroids. She also told Michael's mom not to come to the hospital, that no one else was allowed in. Michael's mom knew this was a lie and she came anyway. And at the hospital, she noticed Natalie acting real weird, not acting like a concerned wife, not really caring too much. Unfortunately, the healthy 38-year-old died just a few days later. At first, there was no autopsy because they didn't think it was any foul play, so they buried Michael. The cops weren't done yet. They still had several search warrants for other companies' frauds suspicions. While conducting their searches, they found insulin, all types of documents. Basically, their whole company was a scam, and they were targeting friends and family. And after all that, they were going to file for bankruptcy. She got 11 years and had to pay $2.5 million in restitution. But wait, there's more. Cops were kind of getting suspicious about his natural cause of death, so they dug that body up. They found copious amounts of insulin in his body. She was immediately charged with murder. She pled not guilty, but the doctor was able to prove that the insulin was recently in his body and not something that he had been taking. I knew she poisoned him. That's sick. And then after the family and friends testified, she got 15 more years. She'll be getting out when she's about 98. Michael will be truly missed by his family. They are able to have a little breath of fresh air knowing that justice was served. Like these kinds of crime stories, you should subscribe.